All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into a really cool business plan. It's a blueprint for a whole new way to travel, one that's all about mixing luxury, nature, and sustainability right in the heart of Sri Lanka. So, right from the get-go, the project's executive summary lays it all out. It's not just about, building another hotel. It's about creating a unique, high-end ecotourism project. That phrase alone tells you this is aiming for something different, something really special. Okay, so you've got this big, powerful idea, but how do you actually make it real? Well, it all starts with a plan, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to break down the blueprint. So, what is the Forest Guardian Cabana exactly? Well, think of it as this incredible retreat designed from the ground up for immersive, responsible travel. We're talking about these amazing eco-villas and tree houses that aren't just built on the land, they're designed to feel like they're part of it. The whole idea is to give you this incredibly deep connection with nature. Okay, so with any project this ambitious, you've got to ask the big questions, right? Why this place? And why right now? Let's get into it, because this plan has some pretty compelling answers. Timing is everything. And this plan points to what you could call a perfect storm. On one hand, you've got Sri Lanka's tourism industry making a huge comeback. And on the other, you have this massive global shift where travelers are hungry for authentic, sustainable experiences. This project is designed to land right in the middle of that sweet spot. And the location? It's genius, really. It's right near the super popular Yakadesa Honda hiking trail, which is a big deal for local adventurers. But it's also a gateway to Sri Lanka's famous cultural triangle. Sigiriya, Kandy, all those spots, which is perfect for international tourists. Plus, a new expressway makes getting there from Colombo way easier. And here's the kicker. There's basically no competition. There's a real gap in the market for a high-end eco-lodge right here. So who are they trying to attract? Well, it's not just one type of person. They're looking at international eco-tourists, people seeking wellness retreats, and even high-end local travelers looking for a weekend getaway. Oh, and digital nomads too. By targeting all these different groups, they're building a really diverse and honestly a much more resilient customer base. All right, so we get the opportunity, the timing's right, the location's perfect, but what's the actual blueprint? What are they building? What's this place gonna look and feel like? Okay, first up, the main accommodations are these 6 modern eco-cabanas. The plan is for this really beautiful, minimalistic design. Think sustainable wood and huge glass walls. The whole point is to let the natural light just pour in and to give you these incredible panoramic views. It's all about blurring that line between being inside and being out in nature. And then, for something truly unique, there are 2 immersive tree houses. And listen, these aren't your backyard tree forts. We're talking about structures that are literally integrated into the forest canopy. It's for that person who wants a truly adventurous, up-in-the-trees connection with the wild. So how do you power a place like this? Well, sustainability is at the absolute core of this vision. The plan is for the whole retreat to run primarily on its own solar panels. That means right from day one, it's got a dramatically smaller carbon footprint. And it doesn't stop there. The plan also calls for organic gardens to supply a farm-to-table kitchen, which sounds amazing. And there will be dedicated wellness spaces like open-air yoga pavilions. It's all part of that bigger mission of health, wellness, and just connecting back to the earth. So, as you can see, sustainability isn't just a buzzword here. It's not some add-on. It is literally woven into the project's DNA. We're talking sustainable building materials, water recycling systems, a comprehensive plan for waste, and, this is huge, a real commitment to hiring local people. Okay, the vision is incredible, but a great idea also has to make financial sense, right? So let's talk about the bottom line. What's the investment? What are the risks? And what's the potential return? This is always the big one, isn't it? What does it actually cost to build a vision like this? The magic number is $294,250, so just under $300K. And that's the all-in price tag to create this whole retreat from the ground up. and the plan gets super detailed about where every single one of those dollars is going. And if we look at that breakdown, you can see exactly where the money's going. The biggest slice of the pie, no surprise, is for building the villas themselves. Then you've got the main reception area and the dining and kitchen space. But what I find really interesting is the money set aside for solar power and a pretty big contingency fund. That tells me they're thinking about long-term savings and being prepared for the unexpected. That's just smart planning. And they're not planning to take forever to build it either. The plan lays out a super clear, pretty efficient 8 to 10 month timeline. It's all broken down logically, from getting the site prepped and the permits sorted, right through construction, landscaping, and then boom, the big marketing launch. It's definitely ambitious, but it looks really well thought out. And now for the big payoff. Based on what they say are pretty conservative projections, the plan is to get the entire initial investment paid back in about 3.8 years. Now, let me tell you, in the hospitality world, for a brand new project, getting your money back in under 5 years is considered really, really good. So this makes it a very attractive proposition. But of course, any good plan has to think about the risks. So what if tourism takes a dip? Well, the way they plan to handle that is actually built right into their business model. Remember that diverse group of travelers? By going after both international tourists and local high-end travelers, they're not putting all their eggs in one basket. It just creates a much more stable business. And then there's the classic stuff. What about construction delays or costs going over budget? Well, they address that head on. First, by using experienced contractors who know what they're doing. And second, remember that contingency fund we saw in the budget? That's over $26,000 set aside specifically to deal with those what-if moments. You know, at the end of the day, a project like this is about more than just the money. So what's the bigger picture here? What's the impact, the legacy that something like this could leave behind? And the ripple effect they're hoping for is actually pretty huge. We're talking about setting a whole new standard for what sustainable luxury can be in Sri Lanka. It's about creating a positive environmental impact, not a negative one. It's about empowering the local community through good jobs, and ultimately, it's about being the project that helps lift up the entire region as a new hub for ecotourism. So when you step back and look at the whole thing, the beautiful design, the deep, real commitment to sustainability, the smart financial model, and the positive impact on the community, it really makes you think. It brings up this much bigger question. Is this the future of tourism? This blend of luxury, nature, and real responsibility? Honestly, this plan makes a very, very compelling case that it just might be.